All right, guys, so I have this pretty massive box from Mosaic Foods here. I can't even get the whole thing in the frame, but I'm really excited to see my order. Let's do a little unboxing. First, there's a warning on top of this that says that there's dry ice inside. Watch your hands. So I'm gonna be really careful because I don't want to get burned. Okay, that's nice. There's a little list on the side here of everything that I ordered and the quantity that's in the box. There's just my dry ice. That's going right behind me in the sink. This box is huge. So first is, oh, this is the pizza. So this is a barbecue Seitan pizza. On a spinach crust. The box is coming a little bit open. That's okay. I really like the packaging. We've got a veggie kebab platter. All of these are super cold still, which is really nice. Jerk lentil and plantain bowl. Green curry noodles. I'm really excited about them. The packaging is a little different. This is the peanut tofu bowl. The other ones all have the nutritional information on the back. I forgot about all this good stuff that I ordered. Butternut squash and sage pasta. Well, these are the oats. They look kind of like overnight oats, maybe. I got the recommended one, which was the peanut butter banana and cacao. Pozole verde. I love pozole. I'm really excited about that. Another soup. Ginger, quinoa, and veggie. I got a smoothie. It's the mango lassi smoothie. Tangy Thai stir fry. And then I wanted to try one of their family size products. So this is the broccoli cheddar mac. I'm excited for that. I love mac and cheese. And then the only thing left in here is a little thank you note. And it says 2 pounds of nutritious food rescued and distributed with your order. When you order from Mosaic, you're not just getting healthy, convenient food, you're also making an impact. For every box we ship, we work with nonprofit City Harvest to rescue 2 pounds of nutritious food and distribute it to New Yorkers in need. From both of our teams and the people you've helped feed, thanks for making a difference. That's awesome. I'm really excited about this, and I can't wait to try some of this food. Okay, so for lunch, I'm doing the Tangy Thai stir fry. This is 500 calories, wheat-free and vegan. It's rice noodles with kind of tofu, carrots, there's some bean sprouts in here, peanuts, and kind of a Thai-style sauce. I'm gonna pop it in the microwave and then try it out. All right, so this is the Tangy Thai stir fry. It's a kind of rice noodle, tofu, peanut bowl with a tamari and tamarind based sauce. Tamari is pretty similar to soy sauce, but it's vegan. And tamarind is gonna be kind of like sweet, and that's where the tanginess is gonna come in, I'm assuming. It looks pretty similar to the picture on the box, which is exciting. I think that this is probably one of their most popular, just because when I was looking around online when I was shopping for what I was gonna add to my basket, and I selected the option to autofill with favorites, this was the only one that they added 2 of to my basket, which I chose to only get 1 so I could try more variety, but that makes me think that this one's probably pretty popular. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. I like the crunchiness of like the carrots and the cabbage that are in here. The texture of the noodles is awesome. The texture of the tofu is great too. It's tangy. It's not quite as like peanutty as I wanted it to be. I was hoping the sauce would be like a little bit of like a richer, it's not a peanut sauce. Maybe I was just kind of assuming that it was going to be, but it is, I feel like it could use a little bit of richness and a little bit of even like umami, or kind of like even just like a little more salt. But the texture is awesome. I can tell it's gonna be super hearty, super filling. The crunch is great, and I would eat this again. All right, I'm gonna try the green curry noodles. This is wheat-free, vegan. It's 410 calories, so that's kind of perfect for lunch. It's tofu with rice noodles, sweet potato, asparagus, kind of like coconut lemongrass flavors. I'm really excited about this one. There's instructions on the back for both microwave and stovetop preparation. I'm gonna do it in the microwave because this is kind of a convenience food to me, and microwave kind of screams convenience. I'm excited to try it. Okay, so this is what it looked like when I pulled it out of the packaging. The instructions on the box just say to peel up a corner of this plastic and then microwave it. This one is high for 5.5 to 6.5 minutes. I can already kind of smell it. It smells pretty good. Okay, it's been 6.5 minutes and my microwave is pretty low power, so it might need a little bit more, but it seems pretty steamy. Now the instructions say to kind of mix it all together. And I don't see a lot of green, if I'm being honest. I mean, other than the asparagus, it doesn't look like as saucy as the box, but it smells really good. It smells like, I'm definitely smelling coconut. Okay, so I microwaved this for 6.5 minutes and it looks pretty hot. I don't know if you can see in the video the steam coming off of it. It's not as green as the box. The sauce isn't as vibrant, but it smells really good. I can smell coconut. It definitely smells like all those like kind of lemongrass Thai flavors. Let's try it. It's pretty good. It's hearty. The sauce isn't quite as flavorful as I would want it to be. I'm trying to like really mix it in. Let's see if I just didn't get enough in that bite. But the tofu and the noodles are a really nice texture. It's not like gummy at all, even though I microwaved it. The sweet potatoes aren't mushy. Yeah, this is pretty good. I would definitely eat this again. It's also, you know, it doesn't look like much, but it's pretty hearty. And I think this is gonna be pretty filling. Okay, I thought I'd try some of the breakfast items that I got from Mosaic. This first one is one of their smoothies. It's the mango lassi. And I'm pretty excited about this one because I make a lot of smoothies at home, but this is a flavor that I wouldn't normally make for myself. It's like a mango and coconut yogurt based. It is vegan, so there's no like dairy yogurt in it. And the instructions look pretty simple. Just as to fill the cup with liquid of your choice, pour it into a blender, blend it up, and then pour it back into the cup. And then next I was gonna try these. I assumed that these were probably their most popular of the oat bowls. It's the peanut butter, banana, and cacao. And this is, the instructions for this one are pretty simple. Just, you know, take off the lid, peel off the film, microwave it, stir it up, eat it. All right, let's start with the lassi. So yeah, it says I just fill this with liquid. I'm gonna use almond milk because that's what I have. And dump it into a blender. I guess it sounds like it's pretty loose. I was a little worried it was going to be like frozen solid in here. I like that it comes with this, the lid has like a spot for a straw. So I could make this, pour it back into this cup and put the lid on it and stick a straw in it and take it with me on the go. That's really cool. I work from home, so that's not as big a deal to me, but if I was on the go, I think that would be very convenient. I haven't peeled the film off. There's like a little ice crystal, or no, that must be the coconut in there. And it is a little bit solid, but I think if I might need a spoon to kind of like wedge it out, but I think I'll be able to get it out. So that's what it looks like inside. There's no like fill line on the cup, so I'm just gonna fill it most of the way up with my milk. Try not to spill it everywhere and pour it into my blender cup. Oh yeah, that's what I was worried about. Most of the stuff is stuck inside there. All right, success. Kind of, some of the coconut especially stuck on the bottom, so I have this like giant disc in there, but hopefully it'll be okay when I blend it all up. All right, it's very thick. It almost reminds me of like a smoothie bowl consistency. I'm gonna add a little splash more of the almond milk to this because I like my smoothies just a little bit thinner. All right, I added a little more almond milk and I blended it a little bit more, so hopefully it'll be a little easier to drink. And it says you can pour it back into that paper cup. I'm just gonna pour it into a glass so that I can see it better. And it is, ooh, I'm making a mess. It is very thick. It smells very like green almost for some reason. I think it must be the mango, but it smells almost like vegetal. The coconut is nice. It does have like a very earthy taste to it. I know there's hemp seeds in it, and that might be that where that's coming from. I'm not getting a ton of mango. I'm just a little bit of like almost like a green mango flavor. I'm getting a fair amount of rose. There is a little bit of rose water in it, which I don't generally like rose in my food. It tastes a little bit like shampoo to me, but it's not too overpowering the way rose sometimes is. It tastes healthier than I expected it to, which I'm a little bummed out about. I was hoping it was going to be more like sweet from the dates and the coconut, but the texture's nice and it looks like it would be pretty filling. All right, next I'm going to try these peanut butter, banana, and cacao oats. Instructions just say to remove the lid, remove the film, then microwave it for 2 minutes, stir it, microwave it again for another 30 to 60 seconds. That's what it looks like frozen. It looks pretty good. All right, so I microwaved this for 3 minutes total. I stirred it after 2. There were still some like ice chunks in it or some like frozen bits in it after 2 minutes, but now it feels like it's pretty hot. I actually let it sit for a second just to cool down a little bit. It smells really good. It smells like ripe banana, a little bit of peanut butter. There's all kinds of good stuff in here though. Dates, there's quinoa, there's hazelnuts, there's hemp seeds, cacao nibs, chia seeds. So I think this is going to be pretty hearty and pretty filling. It's really good. It's not too sweet, but it doesn't taste like too healthy. It has a really nice like kind of banana peanut butter flavor, a little bitterness from the cacao nibs. I kind of burn out on like peanut butter, banana, chocolate combination. I know it's like a classic combination. I know that it's delicious and people love it, but I feel like there's so many things like this that are that combination of flavors that like I was a little skeptical. I would definitely order this again. I would eat this for breakfast all the time. It feels healthy, but it's super comforting tasting. I like this one. All right, I'm gonna try this jerk lentil and plantain bowl from Mosaic. It's like a rice and lentil bowl it's got basmati rice, lentils, plantains, bell pepper, tomatoes, onions. There's some like coconut, jalapeno, cilantro, ginger action going on in here. And just like all of the other ones, I'm just gonna, peel the plastic up, stick it in the microwave for a couple minutes. All right, so this is the jerk lentil and plantain bowl. So far of everything I've tried from Mosaic, this one smells the best to me. Like I can smell the sweetness of the plantains and the jerk seasoning. It smells really good. It's also pretty vibrant. The colors aren't as washed out as some of the other ones that I've tried. Let's give it a taste. I like this one a lot. It's not spicy. I thought it was gonna be like at least a little bit spicy. It's not very spicy. These like, let me see if I can go on. There's like these strips of coconut that add like a really nice texture. I'm gonna try a plantain. I love plantains. They're super sweet. This might be my favorite so far. This is really good. All right, it's kind of a chilly fall day today, so I'm gonna try this butternut squash and sage pasta for lunch. It's butternut squash, onion, cooked cavatappi pasta, olive oil, walnuts, sage, thyme, balsamic vinegar, spices. It looks like it's made creamy with almond milk. That's one of the ingredients on here, which I think is kind of cool. I think this is gonna be like really cozy and perfect for a day like today. All right, this is the butternut squash and sage pasta. It's not as pretty as the one on the box. All these little like blobbies of kind of, I'm guessing it's like a sage pesto, or I know there's like parsley and thyme in here as well. Some kind of like a herb pesto. They all kind of, mixed in when I stirred it around, and it is looking a little bit watery, but it smells good. It smells like sage. Like it smells like fall. Oh, there's like big pieces of, well, there's like big pieces of walnut in here, and then a couple chunks of butternut squash, but not as many as on the box. I'm a little curious about how the texture of the pasta is gonna be since it was frozen. The texture is actually pretty good. I probably could have heated this a little bit longer. It's not quite hot. It's more like lukewarm. Just like with the noodle bowls that I tried last time, the texture of like the squash is really good. It's not mushy. There's like just a little tiny bit of crunch to it. It's really nice. The pasta is like, it's cavatappi, so it's like a little on the thicker side too, which I think helps it hold up a little bit better. It's kind of a little more al dente. The sauce is good. It's almost like it reminds me of like a pot pie filling, almost like a roux sauce. It's definitely like more sage heavy than anything else. But like if you're craving comfort food, this is definitely a good option. It's got all those like really good fall flavors. It's like carby and comforting and creamy. Yeah, I would eat this one again. So it is pretty cold here today, definitely starting to feel like winter. So I thought it would be a good day to try some of the soups I got from Mosaic. I got 2 of them. This is ginger, veggie, and quinoa, which sounds like it's gonna make me feel real good, healing, you know. And then this is their pozole verde. I love pozole. I'm really excited about this. They're both vegan. Both have instructions for microwave or stovetop reheating on them. The pozole is hominy, black beans, tomatillo. I think there's some spinach in here. There's some kombu seaweed, which I think is kind of interesting for pozole. I think it'll probably add a little bit of like an umami to it. And then the ginger quinoa veggie looks like just kind of a chunky veggie soup with quinoa, chickpeas in it. I'm going to heat them up and try them out. So one thing about the ginger quinoa soup is that the microwave instructions actually say to empty it into another microwave safe container. None of the other ones have said this so far, including the pozole, but it says to just run it under hot water for 30 seconds to loosen it and then dump it into a microwavable container. So that's what I'm gonna do. I ended up dumping both soups into microwavable or microwave safe bowls. They both took a lot longer than the package said, but that might just be my microwave. They're both pretty hearty. I haven't tasted them yet, but I'm excited to try them. A lot of quinoa, a lot of chickpeas, some big chunks of sweet potato in there. I noticed while it was still half frozen, I took it out of the microwave and stirred it around a little bit before I continued heating it. There were what looked like shreds of fresh ginger in here, so I'm excited for that. A lot of ginger flavor, really good, kind of sweet. It could almost use just like a little bit of salt, which I can always add on my own, but that seems like that's been the trend with a lot of the food I've tried with Mosaic so far. Maybe I just prefer my food a little bit saltier than they do. It might be, intentional for people who intentionally limit their sodium intake, or probably a little healthier. Everything though seems just a little bit under seasoned so far. This is a little bit messy with the strings of spinach in here. The quinoa is like perfectly cooked. It's not like too hard or crunchy or anything. Chickpeas are really nice. The sweet potato is soft, but it's not like squishy. And like I said, the ginger flavor is really good. Next, I'm gonna try the pozole. Maybe not the most appetizing color of soup, but I knew what I was getting into with green pozole. It smells really good. It smells like, like chili, like cooked poblano peppers. There's a lot of chunks in here. There's that hominy, which I think is what makes it a pozole. There's, that looks like sweet corn. There's black beans, some chunks of some kind of pepper in here. That might be the poblano. This might be my favorite thing so far. That was really good. Not spicy. There's like maybe just a little bit of a kick to it, but it has like a nice brightness from, I think there's maybe lime juice in here. Yeah, a little bit of lime juice in here. Really, really hearty. This is great. This might be, I think, my favorite thing so far. All right, I'm gonna try this peanut tofu bowl from Mosaic. And I originally thought that the Thai stir fry was the one that they had put two of in my basket when I originally had them autofill my basket for me, and then I went back and checked and it was actually this one. So I think this one is probably going to be pretty good. It seems like it's one of the favorites, I guess, just because it's the only thing when I selected, to have just a basket of favorites sent to me. It was the only thing that they put two of in the basket. It looks like it's kind of a Thai inspired bowl. It's farro with tofu, pineapple. There's some coconut and ginger in here, I think. I don't really know what to expect from this one, so let's try it. This is the peanut tofu bowl. It smells almost sweet. The combination of like the farro is giving me almost like a baked oatmeal smell, and then the pineapple with the peanut. It almost smells like a little bit breakfasty to me, even though it doesn't look it. I'm just gonna give it like a little mix. I think it's kind of hot. It's not saucy, which is something that I was expecting. There's like, the tofu's definitely like marinated. It's kind of a reddish color, but there's no kind of like sauce or dressing or anything, it seems like, on it. There's like shredded carrots and stuff in here that add a really good texture. The flavor of the tofu is really good. It's like much more subtly peanutty than I expected though. I haven't tried any of the pineapple yet. I'm a little worried I'm gonna burn my tongue on the pineapple. It's good. It's like a really satisfying combination of, you know, there's the sweetness from the pineapple and then the savory, the veggies. It's a nice combination. Looks like it'd be super filling, really warm. I think that this would be like a great kind of like weekday desk lunch. All right, so this is the veggie kebab platter. It looks like it's kind of a falafel type of platter. This is one of their like collaboration series where they source recipes from different chefs or content creators, stuff like that. So this is, it's like a bulgur based with, it looks like falafel. There's some like eggplant kind of Middle Eastern style, which is probably my favorite cuisine. So hopefully this one's good. So this is the veggie kebab platter. It's still kind of steaming and it smells really good. It smells like fresh herbs. I can smell like mint and parsley. I can smell the onion. I'm very curious to see what the texture of these like sort of falafel balls is gonna taste like after I just microwaved this thing for 6 minutes. Let's see. Let me see if you can see. Well, they're softer than I thought they would be. They're not really, it doesn't feel crispy. And the inside is, it looks pretty crumbly. I would imagine that like, they don't say falafel anywhere on here too. I think that the texture is probably hard to replicate in something that you're gonna freeze and then microwave. So maybe that was an intentional choice on their part. But they do have all the ingredients. They have all the herbs and chickpeas and chickpea flour and stuff listed. The flavor is really good. Maybe just a little bit dry, but the flavor is great. I actually think that the falafel that I just tried, like that first bite is the most flavorful of anything I've tried from Mosaic so far. And I've had probably like 8 or 9 different dishes from them at this point. Yum. It's maybe not the most appetizing looking, but the flavor is great. I'm gonna try some of this eggplant mixture. Looks like there's like some tomato in here. Hopefully not burn my tongue. Oh, nope, the opposite. Those actually still kind of cold, but it's not too cold, so I'm gonna eat it anyway. That flavor is really good too. It's definitely kind of homey. There's like a little bit of like a smokiness to it that's really nice. The texture is really good. The eggplant's not mushy. I'm very picky about my eggplant. If it's like mushy or slimy, it's not for me, but I do like the flavor of it when it's cooked well, and that is surprisingly cooked well, considering I just, you know, pulled this out of the freezer and stuck it in the microwave. Yeah, this one's really good. Definitely tastes healthy, but if you're a fan of these kind of like Middle Eastern flavors, if you like falafel, all of the like this combination of herbs and spices, then I would definitely recommend this one. This one is great. I would probably get this again. So I wanted to try one of Mosaic's family-sized meals that they make, and I couldn't resist. I had to get the mac and cheese because I am a mac and cheese fiend. This is the broccoli cheddar mac. It's got, it's made with real cheese. It's not vegan. There's like panko on top. There's some like onion and potatoes in here, which I'm kind of curious about. But other than that, it looks pretty straightforward. A little bit of seasoning, cheese, pasta, milk. I bet it's gonna be delicious. This one only has instructions for heating in the oven, which makes sense. It comes in like one of these aluminum trays too. So I figured I'd just pop this in the oven for dinner. And since I'm gonna be using the oven anyway, I figured I would also try out this pizza that I got from Mosaic. I went for the barbecue seitan just because I can't say no to barbecue pizza. I'm very curious about this one, especially the texture. It comes on a spinach crust, which I don't think I've ever had before. I've had my fair share of, you know, cauliflower crusts and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever actually had a spinach crust before. So this is my slightly carb heavy, but super delicious dinner for tonight. All right, let's try this broccoli mac and cheese dinner. It gets dark so early now because of daylight savings, so it is very dark in here, and unfortunately the color doesn't look great on the video, but I assure you it looks delicious. It's like golden brown. The breadcrumbs on top got nice and toasty. It smells really good. It's like, it's, you know, there's like a nice kind of herbal topping on top of the breadcrumbs. It's not as gooey cheesy as some baked mac and cheese that I've had. It's almost more like a looser pasta with cheese in it, I guess, if that makes sense. But I really don't think you can go wrong with pasta and cheese. Yum. That's really good. Like a little bit garlicky, nice crunch from the breadcrumbs. Just like everything else that I've tried, the texture is really good. This one actually said on the instructions to season it with salt and pepper to taste. It's the only one so far that I've noticed that on, but I have noticed pretty much everything I've tried tasted like it needed a little seasoning to me. This one actually I feel like is fine without, but I guess it's a nice thing to mention, especially if you're, you know, making food for a whole family, people who have different tastes. It's nice that they intentionally left it maybe a little bit under-seasoned for that reason. I was expecting like big chunks of broccoli. There aren't really any, not that I've found so far at least. It's more just kind of like, I can see like little pieces mixed in, but I'm not getting like a whole like bite-sized piece of broccoli. It doesn't look like there's any in the dish too. I think this is the largest piece that I can find so far. Not that that's a bad thing. It kind of mixes in nicely and becomes sort of part of the sauce. Everything tastes really good. Definitely a crowd pleaser. Like I said, it's pretty hard to mess up pasta and cheese, but this is nice. It's not too heavy. I don't do a lot of dairy normally, and I feel like this is like not too, you know, it's not gonna make me feel super weighed down after I eat definitely this whole bowl and probably some more. All right, finally, I'm going to try this barbecue seitan pizza with the broccoli crust. I'm a little nervous about this one just because the texture of the crust looks a little strange to me. It's pretty thick. I usually like cauliflower crusts and stuff though, and I'm assuming this can't be too different. You know, they're in the same family. I freaked out at first. I put it in the oven for as long as they told me to, just right on the rack. And I freaked out at first because I opened the oven and I saw the barbecue sauce and I thought I had burnt the whole thing to a crisp. So if you're making this, something to be wary of. The barbecue sauce is pretty dark. I do judge my pizza based on whether or not it flops, you know, or not. It looks like a pretty sturdy crust, which I appreciate. This is pretty good. The barbecue flavor is really good. The crust is a little bit dry and actually like a little bit kind of like dense bready. It's almost the texture of like a wheat pita or something. It's like a little bit, not like fluffy bready, but like kind of really dense bread. All the flavors are there though. Like the barbecue, the red onion, the cheese, everything tastes great. It's just like a little bit of a weird, almost like chewy texture. I could maybe have put it in just a little bit longer and try to get a little crispier, or even like do it on a pan to get it like really crispy, because I think that would be my only complaint, is that the crust is like a little too chewy for me. If you like your pizza with a chewy crust, then we might like that though. Okay, Mosaic Foods, final thoughts. Would I order from them again? Honestly, probably not. I work from home, and I think a lot of the stuff that I ordered is stuff that I could meal prep for myself and make and have it a little tailored, a little more toward my tastes. I thought a lot of them were just a little bit bland. The textures were all pretty surprisingly good, considering I, you know, had them in the freezer and then heated them in the microwave. But a couple of them I think could use a little more seasoning. That might just be my personal preference though. I think that especially if you have dietary restrictions, if you're gluten-free or vegan, it's not a bad option at all. It's not too expensive. I do think that if you're looking for healthy meal delivery services, there might be better options out there. I really appreciate though that I can pronounce every single ingredient on every single box of all 12 things that I ordered. I think that that's awesome. I will probably try to recreate some of these recipes myself because I did really like them, especially the jerk plantains and that kind of falafel bowl, the veggie kebab bowl. Those were probably my favorites, along with the mac and cheese family meal, because who doesn't love mac and cheese? A couple of kind of misses for me. I wasn't super into the mango lassi smoothie. I think their smoothies in general are priced a little bit too high for something like this too, in my opinion. But honestly, I think that if you don't have time to cook, or you hate cooking and you're looking for something that's healthy and fresh and, you know, interesting, it's definitely not a bad option. It's just maybe not for me.